Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about becoming unstoppable. In life, we all encounter challenges, setbacks, and obstacles that test our resolve. But what defines true success is not the absence of these difficulties, but our ability to push through them with unwavering determination and resilience. To be unstoppable means to harness the power within you, to rise above every challenge, and to pursue your goals with relentless drive. Being unstoppable is a mindset. It's about believing in your potential, embracing every setback as an opportunity to grow, and never allowing anything to stand in the way of your dreams. Today, I challenge you to adopt this unstoppable mentality. Let's unlock the strength, courage, and perseverance that lie within you and propel yourself towards greatness. Why are you not doing it? At this time, scarcely enough money? Is that what's preventing you, or is that the thing? Your thoughts are under your control. All you have to do is say so. You must make the decision to take charge of your life and follow your own desires. Indecision does not count. Indolence receives no votes. Everyone is looking for a lifesaver that will make work disappear, but they do not exist. No, the work is yours to do. Holding the line is crucial. It is up to you to make it happen. Some of you simply aren't getting it. Some of you have been mediocre for so long that you have no idea what it takes to work hard. Many of you, however, aspire to be well above average, but you simply lack the know-how to make it happen. There's always somebody to grease those filthy gears, the grind. Check it out then. This is a way of thinking. Perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't. However, there are others out there who would kill for what you have. A spouse or wife, a job, a position, or anything in between. Someone is hungry and wants all of your fucking possessions. Perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't. However, it will be your ass if it is. Use that as inspiration then. Remain firm, understanding that there is a sense of urgency and that a day consists of only 86,400 seconds is essential for success in life. Not only must you function within them, but you must do so quickly as well. You must act quickly. You must complete it quickly. Why? Since there is a person who is on the same path as you, someone else. They are traveling the same route as you. It's someone else attempting to accomplish it, just like you. They can work just as hard as you do at times. They are exerting equal amounts of blood, tears, and sweat. But you still have to do it. How come? You must work more quickly than they do. You must act faster than they do. Do you hear me when I say this? Accelerate the pace. Step up the pace. You're strolling too slowly. You should speed up if you want to finish. You're moving too slowly. You can't always stop after finishing. You have to get done quickly. It's not as much time as you think it is. You are an expert in the here and now. I wake up at 3 a.m. for this reason. Because you might be wiser than me if you wake up at 6. Do you hear me? Perhaps. Perhaps you are more privileged than I am. It's possible that you have greater resources than I do. However, I will rise earlier than you and complete the task more quickly than you. I'll finish it sooner than you will. Thus, I'll have already completed the race by the time you wake up with all of your privileges and belongings. Someone is always working harder than you are. I can't get that motherfucker off of me. Understanding that someone is out there who is prepared to give up conveniences and personal preferences in order to go to sleep, to do whatever it takes to improve and to live the greatest life possible. Approximately once. There are many of us who know someone like that. He might not have a name or a face, but he does exist. You make sure they give that individual a name and a face in real life when they think about them. You confirm that their face and name belong to you. It's you who haunts. Enter someone else's mental space. Because we're all human, you should always keep one thing in mind when you want to give up. You give up a lot of time, hours and days, in order to perform at your best. Remain firm. The struggle is essentially within your mind. There won't be any noises heard. There won't be any gunshots heard. There won't be any explosions to hear. This isn't that kind of conflict. You are thinking with weakness and sloth. They're not attacking either. They are moving stealthily. They are poisoning your brain's strength. To end procrastination, all you need to do is get started. You simply go on, and procrastination ends. You shouldn't be wondering how to stop putting things off. It's simple. You only need to go. What the fuck are you waiting on? In order to overcome procrastination. We believe we can take fucking days off, even though we sleep for 1/3 of our lives. We believe we have the right to take a seat back and give ourselves fucking options when it comes to our future course. Will I be running today? Will I go to the gym today? It's my birthday, of course. Do you really believe that time doesn't care that it's your birthday? You're offering far too many options for fucking yourself. One thing is for sure, there is not much longer to act. You are simply going to run out of time if you continue to sit about wondering what the heck you want to do. Thus, be careful to take one action. Give up trailing the damn mob. They may take a break, but you are unable to pay for it. Life constantly puts you to the test, tries to find a way out, and provides an excuse for you to fail. You have to be willing to show up each and every day of your life, whatever the heck life throws at you. We have an obligation to enter the Coliseum of life. Get ready for a freaking war. Life throws things at you. I don't care what you're going through. It is up to you to discover your new 100%. It is up to you to carry it out. Remain firm. Where are you attempting to go? It is possible that you will have to part with some friends and opportunities. To go from excellent to great, you may need to give up some things. Everyone is talking about talking. Everyone talks about reaching new heights. Talk about it all the time until you have to pay for it. Furthermore, some people refuse to pay when it is time to make the payment. You will need to give up some sleep in order to obtain this one. You cannot stand up simultaneously. In order to get to this one, you will need to give up certain friendships. To get to this one, you'll have to give up some entertainment. And the only thing you can do to convince yourself that you truly want it is to stop hitting the snooze button. You no longer become distracted when studying. You are no longer playing games or taking shortcuts. You're prepared to go above and beyond. To reach that goal, I'll stop at nothing. The leaving mind enters the picture. We must establish our new standard. You must establish that new standard. You have to live like that. Your own mind is under your control. Make that masterpiece. Take pride in who you are. In the end, you have to shift your perspective to realize that my entire workday now begins at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm kicked out of this shit. We must continue to be hungry. That hunger modifies your perspective. You become a barbarian after becoming domesticated. Step outside and begin fucking strolling. Don a pair of shoes. Get moving and run. Visit the gym and use the elliptical trainer there. It isn't complicated science. Many people discuss overtraining. Before you can overtrain, you must first train. Do you wish to improve? Go find your alarm clock and stop trying to find a shortcut. Identify your discipline and discover your courage, your enthusiasm, your motivation, and your will. Every day is a fresh start, a fresh week, a fresh chance at life, and as such, each opportunity must be seized with all of its might. I'm taking scalps today. I'm applying more pressure. It's me who is being aggressive. I'm going all out because I'm not going to quit. Champions have their eyes on the prize. They don't have time to waste on activities that won't advance them toward their objective. Therefore, stop chatting about all the tiny things and using social media. Cut it short. Follow your instructions. You are no longer a boy. Give up social networking. It's killing you. Step away from it. Give up. Who's watching Netflix? See you chop that dog up during the football game. You can't get enough out of it. Millions are being made by them. Not more than you. Son, when you perform, snow comes to you. You don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing so many times in life. You cannot simply give up. Recall this. It is related to the pastime. It's a joke, really. It is a lifestyle of fucking. Thus, it matters what you say to yourself. Coach is not fucking there. There's no coach to motivate you. You are the only one. This is the entirety of it. Say nothing at all. Remain unique. You're never done when you're with unusual folks. Even when you're fatigued, keep going. When you're finished, stop. Remain firm. You are shaped and formed through the grind process. It's not a match, and for that reason the majority of you lose games or make blunders because you believe that grinding is what happens when the sun goes down. You assume that grinding occurs when the lights go off. You believe that the grind is what occurs when performers enter the stage. It is not a grind. It's quiet and dark when the true grind happens. It's the process that makes you sweet when no one is looking at you, when no one knows what you're doing, when you study without a coach, when you put in those extra reps, when you watch those videos and feel inspired, when you switch up your music. Being a legend cannot coexist with averageness. A nice person cannot be a legend. Really, You can't be a legend and a great person. You must be extraordinary. You should aim for legend, please. I want to give my all 120 times a day, every single day. There are never any days when I don't feel like it. Why? Since I'm depending on myself. My spouse is relying on me. My son is reliant on me. I have no days to spare. You must rise early and remain up later. You have to go from 70 to 120 and execute. Is being the fucking MVP in the NFL not enough? Earning 5K is insufficient. You need to win 10K. Are you satisfied that you became a doctor? Improve as a physician? You can't just stop at 50 pounds. Take it outside and put it to use. Continue to be fucking fierce. Get some now. You will make the time in your life to do it if you so choose. You will keep doing absolutely right if you don't want it. Give me an explanation now. You will fabricate any and all justifications for your incapacity. I'm unable to connect with you because of this. You want to claim that my passion is anger because that's why you hear it coming from me. No, as I am aware that it is possible. And you're explaining to me why it's not possible. Then you act like he's insane. He is within the feline. No, you're not motivated enough. You will find a way to make this happen if you want it bad enough. Man, people don't want to go deep. You already possess all of the answers. It's a really archaic and barbaric method. That's how all of us think. That's how early humans roamed the planet. Then everyone gets saw. Our intellect, our fucking brain is the most powerful thing we have, yet we hardly use it nowadays. What sets me apart from many others is that they approach a difficult assignment and find it overwhelming. You have to be willing to consider the chances that I could succeed. It is impossible for anything to happen once you stop believing that it is possible. I am aware that you must attack when engaged in combat. You must never stop attacking. The adversary must be aware that he will not give up. Whatever the fuck is in front of you, you have to break its soul. I came to that realization. Nothing in front of me was ever going to be broken to pieces by me. Nothing will stand up to something that is unrelenting if you assault it repeatedly. Nothing. Run toward it rather than away from it. Give up informing me about your struggles. It's what the greats do. They traverse it. Plus, the more challenging, the better. Make it function. Come on, let's go. It's not where you want to be, are you? Not that you're in need of presence anymore. There's nothing else you need. You must practice self-discipline. You must learn how to say no to yourself. You're always talking about other people. No, you are unable to tell. It's impossible to tell. No, it's impossible to tell. You come to an end. It's impossible to tell. You give up. You must develop self-control and reach a point where you are disciplined. I want you to acknowledge that I snoozed a lot, and that's why I'm not outstanding yet. I'm not spectacular right now because of this. I was unable to get up early, which is why I'm not spectacular right now. Since I convinced myself that I am not an early adopter. The reason I'm not spectacular is that I'm not living up to my potential. Give up justifying yourself. Give up offering justifications. Give up trying to do it yourself. Little softened evaluations of your true state of telling yourself the truth. Are you improving yourself? Do you worsen the situation for yourself? Do you have a forward or backward motion? Are you moving forward or staying the same? Decide if you want to or not. Will you be working out today? Is it true or false? Will you prevail? Is it true or false? There shouldn't be any room for gray areas. Put an end to the argument, and you are aware of the best course of action. Go ahead and make it. Why are we all waiting for this? Launch an assault on life for the fucking alignment of the stars. The ideal moment to begin is never there. You need to make a change in your life right now. Everybody is put to the test in life. And what do you know? You cannot cheat on this test. When you're the least motivated, that's when you need to work the hardest. Thus, guess what you have to do on those days when you don't want to? To do it, you have to screw it up big time. Remain firm. You know, there are moments in life when it seems like nothing is going my way. I hear folks complain that their lives aren't going their way at the moment. When I hear someone say that, I respond by telling them to listen. Sometimes things just don't work out the way they want. That isn't how the world functions. You have to force them to comply. You expect things to just fall into place for you? They won't simply happen to you, though. Every Monday you have to make them happen. Go ahead and initiate action. You don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing so many times in life. You cannot simply give up. Recall this. It's in the fucking joke. It's in the hobby. It is a lifestyle of fucking. Thus, it matters what you say to yourself. Coach is not fucking there. Only you can keep yourself going. No trainer can. This is the entirety of it. Say nothing at all. Remain unique amidst unique individuals. You're never really finished. Even when you're fatigued, keep going. When you're finished, stop. Remain firm. Tomorrow is not feasible. You complete it today and get it done. You act in that manner. Waiting for the planets to align is what happens when individuals wait for the perfect moment or for everything to fall into place. They are waiting for everything to be ready, which will never happen. Are you curious about the ideal moment to act? It's the present moment. It is not possible to pause while working or while traveling further. You're sitting there thinking about it and complaining about it. You're whining about it as you sit there. Work is necessary. Take responsibility for your life. Just accept responsibility, please. It's time to accept responsibility. Accept responsibility for your life. Assume responsibility for your time. Assume responsibility for your day. Next day. Next day, it is not possible to have it tomorrow. It was only today that we received it. Get up and take a determined step down the trail. Enter the game for yourself. Put an end to your pitiful justifications and get to work. Your emotions are under your control. Don't let anyone else dictate how you feel. Thus, when you tell me that I'm not feeling it anymore, it has nothing to do with outside factors. It's an internal issue that you are no longer pushing. You exert pressure on yourself. You must move yourself each and every day. If you reach a point in the day when you're exhausted, you can stop right there and alter your movements if you reach a point in your day where you're feeling worn out or unmotivated. You are not controlled by anything. Your emotions are under your control. Your mood is something you control. Control your mood without worrying. Something you saw confused you. See anything to get you back on track then. Why are we all waiting for this? Launch an assault on lights. For the fucking alignment of the stars. The ideal moment to begin is never there. You need to make a change in your life right now. Everybody is put to the test in life. And what do you know? You cannot cheat on this test. The best work must be produced when one is least motivated. What then must you do on those days when you don't feel like doing it? To do it, you have to screw it up big time. Remain firm. The most intense endurance sport of all is life. And that's what makes it so appealing to us. And accept that life will always strike us. Timeouts are not available. Like at a sporting event, you can't just leave when the coach feels that a timeout is necessary. You need to be the person who is constantly organized. Examine your own inner self. Give up trying to make me or anyone else here the protagonist of your tale. Now is the perfect time for you to discover your personal identity. Be alone yourself, with only one knowledge of life. In this world, we are all incredibly frail. We must understand that there is a reason and significance to our deaths on this planet. My splendor. It is not performed in front of an audience. It doesn't take place on a stage or in a stadium. There isn't a medal ceremony. It takes place in the quiet of the early morning hours when I attempt repeatedly to be the best version of myself using all of my resources. More than I was the day before, more than I imagined I could be, and more than others thought I could be. Then take pride in the one win that I will never lose to anyone. A triumph, things one must earn each and every day. A triumph of discipline, willpower, and resolve. I've won because I'm not giving up. Isolation is where savagery emerges. You don't stay outside of isolation whether you train for a major mixed martial arts fight or merely a boxing battle. You travel alone. At that point, your perspective shifts. That's when you shift your attention. You commit modifications. This is not the time to mess with your head. Use it to increase your strength and attention. The secret to building mental strength is isolation. Leave the wild side behind. Some of you are so engrossed in the game that you are unable to understand. It's not training. It's not eating healthily. Making wise judgments doesn't mean that you have to appear a specific way. It has to do with your training. What gives you your appearance is what you do. You are shaped and formed through the grind process. It's not a match. And for that reason, the majority of you lose games or make mistakes. Because you believe that when the sun comes out, grinding is what occurs. When the lights go on, you assume that the grind is what transpired. You believe that the grind is what occurs when performers enter the stage. It is not a grind. The true grind occurs when you're alone. No one can see you, and you have no idea what you're doing. The process that makes you sweet is what happens when you study with our coach. Work out extra, watch videos, and become inspired, or switch up your music. The issue with some of you, though, is that you want someone else to support your desire. If you so desire, it is yours. If you truly desired it, get your ass and go for it. Get up and work. It is a difficult path. It truly is an adventure. You will go well beyond your comfort zone on this voyage. You have to enter that filthy hellhole of a life that has messed you up and make things right. Do you know what the little voices in your head are saying? It's all right, they say. We've accomplished enough. Have a brief nap. It's all right. You are free to skip this day. Going hard is not required. Those tiny voices are saying just that. However, there is another voice in your mind that is posing a query to you. What might you be, it asks you. Who might you be? Who might you be if you exerted all of your effort? Who might you be? What could you be if you were against having actual discipline in your life? You turn up the volume on that voice, I said. Turn up the intensity of that query. Increase it to the maximum. Decide something. Will you be working out today? Yes or no? Is it true or false? Will you prevail? Is it true or false? Leave no room for doubt or ambiguity. Put an end to the argument. Go ahead and make the decision you know is right. What makes this so funny? Although we are unwilling to make promises to ourselves, we want others to make them to us. You received a 30-day guarantee from someone within 30 days. You have an attitude if you don't do what they said you should. You've never asked for your money back from yourself, but you want it back. You never say to yourself, you let yourself die when you look in the mirror. You keep blaming the economy for why you're not on the next level. You keep arguing that because it's not the right season, you're not the next level. You keep stating that the lack of opportunity means you're not at the next level. In actuality, you aren't there because you aren't present. Have you ever thought to yourself, I'm not getting up on time, while staring at yourself in the mirror? I will not arrive at work on time. When I'm working, I'm not giving it my all. I disappointed myself. There are also some of you. You are aware of what you want, but you are not prepared to put in the necessary effort to achieve it. Your goal is to complete the tasks on this level in order to advance to the next level that you find enjoyable. I wake up every single day. My contribution is 2.5. Even if I'm putting in 3, I'm not getting the chance. It might mean getting up and working out for 3.5 hours. You might have to tell your buddies no. You might have to adjust your diet for it. You might have to relocate to a different city. You have to be prepared to put in the necessary effort. Furthermore, you persist in claiming that you are not there for other reasons because it is simpler to place the responsibility elsewhere. The issue with some of you is that you're not holding yourself to the fire. Instead, you always want to hold other people to the fire. You deserve a justification. You deserve a justification. You must ask yourself, why am I only giving 50%? While you gaze in the mirror, what's the matter with you? You must impose punishment on yourself. You must insist that there be no more television, snacks, sweets, booze, or television. No, are we currently working out? You must be informed that you are due something. So we want to be as comfortable as possible in the world in which we live, and we ponder why there isn't any progress. We question why we cower and flee when even the smallest thing in our lives becomes challenging, since we are essentially living ours. That's how our entire lives are structured, after all. The root of least resistance is how our entire existence is structured. We wish to avoid suffering. We wish to avoid experiencing discomfort. We spend our entire lives in a really cozy environment. That has not grown in any way. People cannot teach you anything if we constantly suppress the truth. Give up justifying and providing reasons. Give yourself the truth. And stop giving yourself small, diluted appraisals of where you actually are. Are you improving yourself? Do you worsen the situation for yourself? Do you have a forward or backward motion? If you don't get up and start working toward your goals, you won't move any closer to your 3, 5, or 7-year plans or any other plans you may have. No justifications exist. Success is not something you can choose. You have to put in 120% effort and work for it, as well as breathe, sleep, eat, and sleep. I didn't come here with an alibi. I gave up being the victim. I gave up telling myself that I had to wait for wonderful things to happen to me. I replied, I'm going to grind. I will work. I will fight, and I will gain knowledge. I'm going to use every effort to turn the tables and emerge on top. My friends, as we conclude our time together, remember this. You are capable of becoming unstoppable. The journey to achieving your dreams will not always be easy, but it is the relentless pursuit of those dreams that defines your success. Every time you face a challenge, remind yourself of your inner strength and your ability to overcome. Reflect on the times when you persevered, despite the odds. Use those moments as fuel to keep moving forward. Embrace the mindset that no matter what life throws at you, you will not be deterred. You will rise, you will push through, and you will achieve your goals. As you leave here today, carry with you the spirit of being unstoppable. Surround yourself with positivity. Seek out challenges that push you to grow and take bold, decisive action towards your dreams. Remember, every obstacle is an opportunity to demonstrate your resilience. And every setback is a setup for an even greater comeback. Thank you for joining me on this journey of empowerment and transformation. Let's continue to inspire and support each other as we strive for greatness. The time is now. Embrace your inner power, commit to your goals, and let nothing hold you back. You have the power to achieve extraordinary things. Believe in yourself, persevere, and become unstoppable. You can do it, and you will do it. The journey of becoming unstoppable begins now.